All right, guys, let's be honest. The holidays are wrapping up and the tree is coming down, and we are starting down a long, cold January. So, if you're looking for something to keep the excitement going and actually look forward to this winter, you have got to check out Tokyo Treat. Now, if you have never got one of these before, let me break it down. Tokyo Treat isn't just a box of random chips. It is a full-on experience. They ship these delicious boxes straight from Japan to your door, and they are packed with exclusive premium snacks that you literally cannot find at the local grocery store. We're talking limited edition flavors, crazy noodles, the whole nine yards. In addition to that, every month they have a theme. And for January, the theme is New Year's snacking. And they are bringing in the good luck and Japan's New Year's spirit with this one. When I opened this one up, the variety was amazing. They've got these truffle cheese bites that are an explosion of flavor, to say the least. Then you have the classic red bean taiyaki, which just screams delicious to me. And they also threw in some fried potato sticks, which were an amazing treat, just to name a couple of them. And of course, I gotta talk about the Kit Kats. This month, they sent chocolate mint ice cream Kit Kats. I ain't gonna lie, the second I saw that, I was all in for it. The only downside to this box was that I ate the whole thing before I knew it. And, it just made me want more. But putting the amazing treats aside for a second, I also want to mention that each box comes with a cultural booklet that explains what everything is, gives you some fun facts about Japanese culture, tells you about the theme, and most importantly, it lists the allergen information. As you guys know, my wife has some serious food allergies. So usually trying new foreign snacks would be a bit of a gamble for us that we don't usually like to take. But with Tokyo Treat, we didn't have to guess. We just checked the booklet, saw what exactly was safe for her to eat, and she got to enjoy the tasting without stressing out. And it honestly took a possibly stressful experience and made it a fun time. It's a small detail, but it makes a huge difference. So make your new year a little brighter. Treat yourself or grab a box for a friend or someone who's obsessed with Japan. Honestly, it also makes a great gift. And if you use coupon code featured anime along with our affiliate link in the show notes, you get $5 off that very first box. Again, link in the show notes and coupon code featured anime, and you get $5 off that very first box. And a big thank you to Tokyo Treat for sponsoring this episode and for keeping us fed this new year. Welcome to the Featured Anime Podcast. I'm your host, Jack.
And I'm Rick.
And today we're going to be talking about Lady Death. But before that, we were just having a good time talking a little bit about Street Fighter movie coming up here pretty soon. If you want to catch part of that water conversation, patreon.com/featured anime podcast. $1 a month get you access to that bonus content. And now on to the meat and brotatoes. Lady Death, it has a producer of Chaos Comics, Acer Holdings, and Section 23 Films. Studio for it is AD Vision, or ADV for those who know. Source is a comic. The genres are action, dark, fantasy, horror, supernatural. And it originally aired in July 2004. And it had an hour and 20 minute runtime around there.
Yeah.
Lady Death takes us through the story of Hope, a young woman living in 15th century Sweden, whose life gets turned upside down when her daddy was up to no good and started making trouble in her neighborhood. And that's when it all falls apart. When said daddy, aka Matthias, who is a feared mercenary with a very hidden, devilish, horny side, draws the attention of the church and the villagers, much like Frankenstein did. Hope, who stands accused of consorting among other things with the devil, gets condemned to burn. Hope then is dragged into a literal deal in hell and gets reborn, air quotes there, as Lady Death, a warrior with a desire to kill her horn daddy and Lord of Lies, Lucifer. Most of the movie relies on the transformation, where we see her struggle with what she lost, then train under the nameless hulking hell blacksmith cremator, and move through the demon-ruled landscape as she gathers allies like her demonics, horny steed Visago, and the nameless wolves. The whole thing really leans hard into metal album visuals and that bad girl, air quotes there, 90s comic energy with a vendetta for revenge.
To put it lightly. Oh man, that's.
Do you like my my about this anime? I had fun writing this one. I
believe you. I believe you. Yeah. I'm, for lack of a better way to put it, I was gonna say this was the biggest and best daddy issues movie I've ever seen.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, like the really weird thing is they're like at the very beginning they show Lady Death and they talk about, she goes, "You were there when I took my oath as Lady Death," at the very beginning and everything else, and then they flash back to where Lady Death was a human still, and technically, and was still human and Earth and everything, and then Daddy comes rolling in, takes the boyfriend, goes and kills the boyfriend and whatnot. And the thing that really kind of gets me is the church, obviously, you know, doing what churches did, especially in that time frame. They're like, burn the witch and everything else. Is they're like, "What did you do? You did more than that, you vile creature." Basically, it's like, "Hey, you banged your daddy," is how I took it, is what they were accusing her of.
Yeah.
It's like, "You banged him, didn't you? I did no such thing." Well, regardless, we're just going to burn you. I mean, like, we got nothing better to do with our time. We're just going to burn you to the ground. And, yeah, then you get to see the whole story move through and move along and progress through her many different phases in life, where she is whipped, beaten, tortured, and given a haircut. And then she's at that point. Haircut? Well, I mean, they cut her hair, so it qualifies. They cut her hair. She had long hair. They cut her hair. It became short hair. And then she became, you know, Lady Death to go and slay other demons and devils and everything like that to kill her horn daddy.
Her horn daddy. Yeah. Dude, her horn daddy. I'm sorry, you caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting that.
I'm going to be honest. This was a hard movie for me to get through. I found myself honestly passing out a couple of different times, and I had to rewind it a few seconds just to make sure I didn't miss something. Like, it was hard for me to get through. This was not an easy movie. This was no,
it wasn't.
It was
very slow.
Very slow, very bland, had a lot of plot holes. There were a lot of time lapses. Oh, sorry. I mean, there caverns. Were yeah. Hey, look, man, you say plot caverns. I say, you know, plot canyons, you know, things like that. Yeah. You say cavern, I say canyons. It's one and the same.
They were plot holes so bad, Evel Knievel couldn't jump it. Okay.
He sure would die trying, though.
Would he, though? Would he really?
Yeah, I think he would. Just for the kicks and giggles.
So if you were to take this at its face value, there's a lot of what I feel is teenage angst going on here, because there were a lot of almost nudity. There were interesting character designs.
This had a lot of fan service in it, and it was definitely reminiscent of the comic book style that they were going for. I mean, it's same thing as manga. They have a lot of fan service in manga. They have a lot of fan service in comic. A lot of people just don't like to point it out, but there's a lot of fan service.
Yeah. The way that they did this, the way that they tried to do this, it just seemed a little bit forced. It had potential for the story, but basically what it was is my daddy is the devil and he doesn't like who I'm dating. So I'm going to go from a saint, a saintly woman.
To be fair, there ain't no dad that's really going to like who his daughter's dating. I'll tell you this right now, Rick, if my daughter dates your boy, I'm going to hate him with a vengeance of passion.
Don't worry, they're too far away.
I will remind her every day, you really want to be with that I love him, but you really want to be with that guy? Are you sure you want to make this mistake? Are you sure? The convent over there looks mighty appetizing.
I can see it now. You'd be like, I know he's pretty. I get it, but just look at his father. The hairline's not going to stay. You got to look to your future, okay?
Look, just understand, as soon as he shaves, just know. Just know.
Looks like Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
I mean, yeah, it works out. I mean, like, obviously the distance thing is going to help create that barrier, but I mean, right? Like, stranger things have happened.
They say absence makes the heart go fonder.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I'm going to use. Never mind.
I was going to say, it's just going to end early. I'm going to have to fly out there and have words. Is that what's going to happen?
Oh, no, I was going to make a Street Fighter reference, but it's like, this is not the time or place for Street Fighter references.
Sorry, you kid. Oh, goodness.
That's what I don't want to hear. Yeah. All right. I'm just.
Duke it. Sorry, you get. Oh God. No, it doesn't matter. The kid is the kid she likes is supposed to be, a good person. He's supposed to be, innocent, I guess would be a good way to put it. And the way that he comes off is just straight naive. And I don't understand how if you go to hell, you can still die. And I don't understand how death is so common and still so feared.
I mean, so to be fair, this is not the only show that has done that plays on that where you die, you can still die again. There's plenty of other shows that are out there.
I get that, but like in this one, there seemed to be a finite thing, and there was a very, very clear distinction. If I die here, my soul will be released and I'll go to heaven. He's already dead and was sent to hell by the devil.
Yeah, but he was given life again by the devil. Given a mortal body that was afflicted with a curse that was contingent upon... I get that. Yeah. So
does that mean that the devil has the ability to grant life and inject it with a soul fit for heaven from hell?
No, I think what had happened was, in that instance, he stole the soul from the individual and forced it into hell.
Fair enough.
And then
I can get behind that.
And then he forced it because it was like the same thing. He stole the soul of her mother and trapped it in hell when it should have been ascended to heaven because her soul was so pure. Although they made some pretty weird references. Like, yes, she screamed. Yeah, it's like, all right, bro. All right, cool your jets, man. It's all right. Cool it down.
This is supposed to be rated something under NA. We want to show this on TV somewhere, please.
No, this was a straight to video release.
Well, I watched it on my TV.
Yeah. Yeah, this was, I mean,
and you can tell.
Yeah, it was a straight to video release. It was premiered world premiere at the Comic-Con in San Diego. It was festival
What
screening.
year?
2004. This was an in-house animation by ADV.
When they first got started?
No.
That doesn't make any sense because I
It was
assumed
their first original in-house premiere. It was their first in-house original story that they did. ADV's been around since the early 90s. So they had a good decade on it before they did their first original film themselves. But ADV is kind of because ADV is the one that did the bastardized version of that Ghost Stories.
really.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't like Ghost Stories either.
Granted, it was the director specifically. He just happened to be on there, but yeah. The director is the one that's credited with it, but ADV was one of the producers for it, one of the licensors to bring it over.
Interesting. Okay. Well, that doesn't help me try to identify the kind of product that I would come to expect because I don't recognize anything except maybe ADV. But yeah, it just the story itself was lackluster. The visuals were nice at times, but the power structure made absolutely zero sense. And you go from a pseudo crusade to now we're in hell to now I'm going to lead hell because people want to rebel against the devil to people want to stay on the devil's side to I've killed a prince of hell and now his army is my army, no questions asked. And now I'm taking all these demons and we're fighting the devil, kind of, but it's a one-on-one thing, but it's still an army against an army, friend against friend, and they're all dying, but nobody's going to heaven. And
it's because he's trapping all the
for some reason
inside himself.
And
then he does a weird chant mantra humming and then releases them.
How did he do it again? I think this is a Goose exclusive clip coming. But if they had better direction, I feel like it would have been a better production. Does that make sense? If they had a better direction, they would be a better production. Because what you're looking at and what you get and what you're expecting isn't great. Isn't anything close to quality that would get anything close to a 5. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, and this is going into spoiler territory, but I'm a little worried that this podcast is going to go a whole lot longer than the movie did.
I mean, technically, from the time we hit start on our recording to now, we're almost there. So there you go. Pre-show and dead air included in that.
Yeah, that's true. No, like at the end of the day, everyone that died came back, kind of, sorta. But were they under her control or not? Who knows? It felt like a really empty victory, and it felt like a very empty everything. Like there was no real purpose to it. They didn't even change leadership. There was no structure involved. There was
yeah.
And the way they end,
I'd have to agree. This was a very magical show. Very magnificent in the sense that you had pretty lame fights, battles, and training scenes. They were almost non-existent or very minimal in it. Take the battle between her and the 7th ring of hell Duke Lord or whatever.
Why would they introduce? Sorry.
She does a flip, tries chop. He grabs her arm. He's like, ha ha ha, you'll never catch me. Blah 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 blah. Try that again. She does the exact same thing again, and for whatever reason, it works the second time. If at first you don't succeed, try again. Is what I got from. You know what? That's it. Yeah. If at first you don't succeed, try again. Moral of the movie. There you go. That's a wrap, people.
Even the way that it works in here made absolutely no sense, because why would you have, and everyone was straight up Barbie doll figure. You
Because
know what I
that's the
mean? Like
style.
He-Man and Barbie doll. Like those are the only two physical options. Well, sorry, and Jabba the Hutt, because I was one person. That was Abaddon, I believe. But like you had perfect figures or just unbelievably ripped. Muscles on muscles on muscles.
I'm sorry. I
And
mean, like, are you like seriously nitpicking that for this show? Because we have watched hundreds of shows.
I'm just saying,
Hundreds.
in hell,
Hundreds.
I
Hundreds.
agree, but if you're going to hell,
Hundreds.
no one's in shape.
You
And
don't
any
know that.
shape they're in is the wrong one.
Hey, you don't know that. Well, first of all, second of all, it's only the people that had power that were in any kind of shape. Everyone else was gangly, half dead, or pick your flavor. Only like how all other shows out there, main character energy ruled it, and the main characters were pointed out. They had wild hair or horns or whatever, and they had the figure to go with it.
I mean, you're not wrong with that. And I feel like, and this is just me feeling all up in my feelings. I feel like the blacksmith that picked her up and made her into Lady Death.
Oh no, he didn't make her. She took the oath. Remember?
No, I know
he was there when. Hang on, he was there when he took the oath. We weren't there when she took the oath. She just self-proclaimed, "I am Lady Death."
Yeah. Yes.
Okay,
but what I'm saying is, he should have betrayed her at the end, backstabbed her, and took over hell. Like that. That would make sense for his character type.
No,
and it never happened.
That's because he knows his role.
Yeah, he's going to lift up some rando because they can tame a
dog. Look, man, stay in your lane. All right. His lane was to lift up Lady Death so that way she can rule hell, and then he gets to oogle at her all he wants, and she gets to go around.
Do you mean the parts when he was staring at her while she was sleeping, all heaving chestily?
Oh no!
It must have been cold in hell because she was pointing every which way.
He didn't stare at her while she slept. That was the gesture that came in and then turned.
But that was both of them.
And turned into, he walked in, became the jester, and then left out. He just came in there to poke her, make sure she was still alive.
He walked in, saw her having a nightmare, heaving and breathing super deeply, that her nightie, which is there for some reason, decided to stretch unimaginably. And he looks at her all like, "Oh, be okay, princess. We need you later." And then he covers her with a blanket.
Oh yeah, he's just being a good father figure, because Horn Daddy wasn't a good father figure for her in the beginning. So,
Horn Daddy.
Man, just calling it like it is. Just calling it like it is. Can't hate me. Don't hate me because I'm beautiful.
I feel like I could, because I watched this with my wife 3 nights in a row, and we couldn't get through in either one. I got through it today because I was like, I have to. I was almost done with it last night, and I was like, no, I've got more time. And then today I'm like, it's got to be today, or it's not going to happen. And I refuse to have a time traveling granddaughter hit me. Not happening this time.
I mean, like, you could have just said, what you did with Junji Ito. It was just so scary. I couldn't watch it.
Yeah. Junji Ito wasn't scary. It was disgusting. And I had nightmares. Thank you very much. Escargot vomit. I'm all set. See, that would have made perfect sense here. That would have fit so well here. But no, they had rats eating eyeballs. Okay, fine. Not the grossest thing you could possibly imagine. And as they're walking away, they get tread underfoot and just squished. And there were certain times that I hit pause on a few of the death scenes of the randos.
Mm-hmm.
Did you happen to know that an arrow through the neck rips out your small intestine through the same neck hole?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking, it might be the spine. Nope.
Well, I will say they at least attributed to detail, because, so take, for example, when you have the people, when she goes to kill the 7th layer guardian or whatever, They had a bunch of people whose hands were sticking up. And when the guards were running along, they squished on the hands, and the hands did like break and blood splurt out. Yeah. So I will give them props for that. Aside from that, I don't really have I don't have too much more.
Unfortunately, this was not a good show to do a podcast about because there was not a lot of substance. There was not a lot of enjoyable show to this, and the ending, the ending, goodness gracious, this is just the beginning. I shall have my revenge. Credits.
Yeah, that
really
works. Yeah,
and this is 2024. Are there any potential? I don't know. Are there any potential sequels on the horizon ever?
I don't believe so.
No, probably not. Probably not, and there won't be.
Thankfully.
Probably for good reason.
For a lot of good reasons. Too many to account for, honestly, in this show.
Yeah.
So, on that wonderful note, sir, how would you rate this?
This is going below Sin, surprisingly. Because at least Sin was so bad it was good. This one still tried to take itself seriously. I'm giving this a 3. It's not as bad to get a 2, but I can't justify even recommending it to somebody else, you know? So I'm giving it a 3. What do you got?
Can you name anything that's like a truly true positive?
Ended.
Did it though?
For me, it did. All right. So realistically speaking, a net positive for this show is the fact that it really made you dislike the devil. It really made you dislike the human persona the devil took, and it made you expect things that never came about, which would not be a positive. That'd be a negative. So yeah, don't like the devil before or after. That's what the outcome.
Not really a whole lot for me to go on, man. Honestly, I gotta chalk this one up. I would honestly, for this one, I would classify this one just as bad as Glass Lip.
So really? No, this is better than Glass Lip. This is actually watchable and followable. Glass Lip is a train wreck that people seem to glorify. No one's glorifying this one, I don't believe.
What, this?
Yeah, this.
Are you sure? Are you sure no one's glorifying
you wanted something good about this, right? Soma. Plenty of Soma everywhere.
No.
Fan service all day long.
That does nothing. It's like that's not a positive in this. That may be a positive for you.
It's a distraction from the bad writing.
Sure. For you, that may be so.
Ban this man, PJ says.
Yeah, I gotta go with the one for this one. It was just bad. I would not watch it again. It was a mistake to watch it. I shouldn't have listened to you when you said, "Oh, I saw this before and it was really great. I remember loving this."
Oh, I never said that.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you did. I
never said it was great. I said I watched it before.
Okay. So that's what we're going with. 3 for you, 1 for me.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. I would not watch this again. I would never recommend it to anyone. The animation and artwork was blah at best. It was just kind of in existence for what it is. And it does a severe and massive disservice to all other shows and movies or anything else that would even be based off of a comic. Like this, you watch this and you go, they should never adapt anything from written material to animation. Like that's what I think when I see this. Like it was a mistake. This should have never seen the light of day. This should have been a idea. Like it should have been an idea. Like you think Last Slip, oh, that may have been a great idea. That's where it should have stayed. Should have never been put out there. Should have never been brought to life. This is right there with it. Lady Death married Glass Lip. Lady Death's Glass Lip put together. There you go. That's how I feel about it. It was bad. It was horrible. It was poor writing. It was
It was
Like,
immaculate writing.
It was like, it had, what is the one thing that you had a massive issue with Magical Girl Spec Ops? It's like, oh, there's no repercussions. There's no
There's plenty of
repercussions.
repercussions here. There's plenty of repercussions here.
There's no repercussions. They just go do this, blah, blah, blah. Bro had his head chopped off, and guess what? He's back, baby. She gets dragged to hell, and there you go. She's like, deuces, I'm even stronger. No repercussions.
You know, I want to hate on that answer, but you're right. I want to hate on your answer so bad. Oh,
like,
you're right.
Oh, 1 for me, 3 for you. Next week, we are going to be talking about Street Fighter 2, the movie. More specifically, the animated movie, which was a random choice. So if you feel like we did too much justice and not enough justice or anything like that, feel free to contact us and let us know. All our contact information is in the show notes, as well as on our website at featuredanimepodcast.com. You can also join us on Discord and talk to us and hang out with us in there. And then, of course, on stream as well, where we stream majority of our episodes on twitch.tv/featured anime podcast. And then, of course, we have some affiliate links for you as well for Crunchyroll. Get yourself a nice free trial or get a discount off their store. Links for you are in the show notes for that. And then let's not forget about Tokyo Treats. Nice, wonderful, delicious treats every single month coming straight to you. If you use our affiliate link along with coupon code featured anime, you get $5 off that very first box. And trust me, the treats are worth it. And of course, let's not forget one of the best ways you can support us is by going to patreon.com/featured anime podcast. If you go there, $1 a month to get you access to bonus content that we usually post with every episode. And of course, don't forget about some Swinky swag, shop.featuredanimepodcast.com. And until next time, I'm Jack.
I'm Rick, and we'll see you next time.